Hey you guys, Carrie E here with eConsulting PNW. I do social media marketing for small businesses. And one of the questions I have been getting a lot lately from people who maybe are new to Instagram or new to social media in general is what is up with hashtags? What hashtags? What are these? How do we use them? What's the best way to use them? Why are they beneficial? So I am going to be sharing with you guys a little quick tip guide that I have. I'm going to talk about it and then I'll share the guide with you guys, all about hashtags and how to make those hashtags work for your business, how to capitalize on those hashtags, how to find the right hashtags, and what you should and shouldn't be doing with hashtags. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope that you guys find this video helpful and informative for your small business. Okay, well, let's get started with the basics. Why do people use hashtags? What do they get on Instagram and search hashtags for? So they're looking for something. They're trying to find a product or a good or a service. They're trying to educate themselves. They're trying to learn something, a quick tip or some type of useful, helpful resource. So your job with hashtags is to take those ideas, okay, what are my customers and clients trying to find, and to figure out the hashtags that match up with those, put them together with your posts and put them out into the social media universe and hope that they connect with those clients. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how hashtags can help you do that. Okay, so the basics that you guys need to know. First of all, let's talk about avoiding the annoyance factor. So you need to be using your hashtags appropriately. If your picture and your caption have nothing to do with the hashtags that you're using, that should be a big red flag, you guys. Don't use them. That annoys people. So the like etiquette, think of this as like you're at the dinner table, you're not going to pick your nose, or your kids are sticking their feet on the table and you're going to be like, hey, put your feet down. No feet at the table, right, kiddos? Same thing goes for Instagram etiquette. Make sure that you are using the right hashtags that apply to your posts. Otherwise, people are going to get annoyed and they're not going to want to follow you anymore. Okay, so there's a little bit of Instagram etiquette for you. One thing that I learned recently that I didn't know is that hashtags are posted chronologically. So you are going to go, you're going to create your post, you've got your photo, you've got your caption, you've got your hashtags, you put it out on Instagram, and then you're like, oh, a day later, I thought of a really good hashtag, or I found a different hashtag I want to use. And you go back and you edit your post and you put in another hashtag. It is not going to change where in the feed that picture, that post goes. Okay, it will still stay. If it's five down from the top, it'll still stay 5 down. It's not going to refresh that post, if that makes sense. So once you set it, forget it, if that makes sense, and then go back and comment, obviously, but no need to go back and change them. You can use up to 30 hashtags per post, you guys. You don't necessarily always want to use all 30. I always say the sweet spot is somewhere between 15 to 18 hashtags to not look super spammy, but to still be able to get your content out there. And so what you guys are going to want to do is intermix those hashtags in your posts. So take a couple of hashtags and put them into the context of what you're writing. That's kind of fun to do, and it just looks a little bit a little cool when you put them in there, and it's catchy and it's eye-catching and eye-pleasing to people. So mix them in with your captions, with what you're saying. And then you have the option after that. The majority of your hashtags should go at the bottom of your post, or you can also put them in the comment section if you don't want your post to look too wordy with a bunch of hashtags. You can put them in the comment section as well. One thing to note, when you are using hashtags, you guys want to make sure that you are using a good mix of hashtags. So a hashtag that is used by millions of people, like hashtag InstaLove, your content is probably going to get pushed down the line pretty quick. There is still a chance that somebody will see it, that it resonates with them, or somebody that's maybe spending some time on that hashtag will see it and will be interested and click on your profile. But that likelihood is small. So you're going to want to mix your really popular hashtags with some of your not so popular hashtags, or like medium popular hashtag is really where you want to be. One thing to note too, when you're using hashtags, shorter hashtags tend to perform not as well as longer hashtags. This is also something that I learned not that long ago. So I didn't know that. Apparently anywhere from 18 to 25 characters is kind of where you want to be when you're searching for hashtags. You're going to want to be using your hashtags to find your niche markets and then target down. Figure out who in those hashtags are your market, figure out what hashtags they're using, and find the ones that apply to you and start using those. Also, here's a quick tip. You guys, hopefully you're not doing this, but if you are, stop. You should not be retyping your hashtags every single time that you are posting. You're on your phone, like, oh, here's my picture of my dog, blah, 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 and now I gotta think of 15 to 20 hashtags, go. No, you guys should already have little avatar customers set up. So like this guy, right? He could be your avatar, and you should already know what hashtags you think that he is going to be following, looking for. So take whatever product, good, or service that you have to offer, and you're going to want to create little avatars for your product. Okay, so this is Spider-Man. I sell spider webs. Okay, let's just say I sell spider webs. And so I would probably want to post, I'm going to attract him because he is a Spider-Man. So I am probably going to be posting hashtags that have to do with spiders, with webs, with red and blue, with superheroes, all of those kind of things, because he is one of my avatars. And do that for each of your different types of clients, and that will help you guys start to generate lists of hashtags. So then what I do is I keep on the notes in my phone, I keep a list of the different groups of hashtags for each of my little avatar guys. And I usually have about 10 to 12. And then depending on what the post is, I will pick the one that applies, the hashtag group that applies, copy and paste it, and then I'll do some research and find a few more hashtags that would go with that specific post. So I've got my regular list that I use, and then I've got some new ones. And then this is something that you guys can continue to do over time. You can build this up, and then you can easily add things. I recommend going in there and changing your hashtags up based on if you think that they're performing well, you're getting interaction, or you're not getting interaction. If you're not getting any interaction, then maybe take a look at your hashtags and see if maybe they're not the right ones that you should be using. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you guys. Create the avatars, like I said. You can, if you need some ideas, you can even go to your kids' closets and just grab a couple if you need something to look at while you're trying to create your avatars. One thing that I think you guys can totally do, don't be afraid to do it, is go and search the competition. There is nothing that says you can't go take a little peek and see what somebody else in your market is doing, what hashtags they're using, and seeing what success and engagement they're having, and then use some of those hashtags if they apply for your business. Totally fine to do, you guys. There is no law against that on Instagram that I'm aware of. Make sure that you guys are not slapping and sticking. So you're going to want to make sure if you have a beautiful photo and you've got great content, you've told an amazing story, and then you use the wrong hashtags because you just don't know how to find them, or you're not sure which ones to use, so you just mix them up and hope it sticks. Don't do that. I would rather have you guys take the time, find the hashtags that work, do some research, figure it out, put those on, even if you only can find 5. I'd rather have you do that than post 30 hashtags that are not applicable, and then you just wasted all of that beautiful content and that beautiful picture with hashtags that don't really apply, okay? One thing that's helped me is I started using a couple of hashtag generating tools, because sometimes I just draw blanks. I don't know what hashtags to find. So a couple that have been really helpful for me, for display purposes only. That one is very elementary, that you literally just type in the word or the hashtag that you're thinking of, and it generates a list of similar hashtags. You copy them and you paste them. It doesn't give you a ton of insight into how well those hashtags perform, but it is a good way to find relevant hashtags, and then you can go and dig a little bit deeper. Another one is Hashtagify. That one is good as well. It shows a little bit more in depth. It's got popularity, it's got some trends. It shows you similar hashtags, not quite as many as for display purposes only, but it's a little bit more in depth. I liked that one when I used it. I thought that was pretty good. You can also use Hashtag Expert. That one is for iOS only. So those of you guys that have iPhones, great. If you have anything other than that, it won't work for you. That one is just app-based, and it generates similar hashtags, and then you can copy those and paste them. It's one click. It's super easy. And it's got a function in it where it will tell you how well a group of hashtags might perform before you post. So that's kind of interesting. The last one I want to share with you guys is called Tailwind, and that is more of an interactive, like all-inclusive, web-based and app-based. I think they have an app, but it is a program where you basically sign up, you log in, and you can schedule your content ahead of time. It will help you analyze data, track, and then it also shows hashtag analytics and can give you some ideas for new hashtags. So that's more of if you're looking for a scheduler and kind of an all-in-one tool, you can use that. There are there's like a free version of it, and then obviously you upgrade to pay for more features and things like that, like so many apps, right? You get some freebies and then you have to upgrade. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is how to create a branded hashtag. So one that I am loving is hashtag I am Alaska for Alaska Airlines. So they have come up with that branded hashtag, and they are using that, and they are spreading that kind of all around social media in hopes that if you're flying Alaska or you're doing something involved with Alaska Airlines, then you feel the urge to get on social media and share that hashtag. I am Alaska. So it's just helping them build their brand. There's no reason that you cannot do the same. So a great place to use branded hashtags would be for promotions or events, contests, product launches, things like that. These are great ways to get your branded hashtag out there. But you're going to want to do some research first. You're going to want to find out that nobody else is using that hashtag, right? You don't want to create a hashtag and then realize that there's already 500,000 people using or following that hashtag. You want to kind of find your own. So think about your product, your business, your service, and then come up with a few options, and then just do some research. You can just Google search the hashtag, or you can search it on Instagram itself and see what's out there. But if it's not there or it's not used very frequently, you could totally rock that hashtag. And then once you create that hashtag, use it. Use it on your posts, use it in your content, use it on your photos if you're designing graphics. If you want to do a giveaway, make sure like that hashtag is just out there everywhere and it's catchy, it's in your brand colors, and that will really pull people into you. They'll see it and they'll start to recognize it. And that is a great way to help your business grow with hashtags. Okay, I'm just going to leave you guys with a funny quote that I found because I just love hashtags, and I think that I love funny quotes too, so I thought this one was pretty good. It says, I like hashtags because they look like waffles. That's probably something my 5-year-old would say, but I thought it was pretty cute, and they really do look like waffles. So just one more reason to love your hashtags. Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful, and if you guys have any questions, you guys can reach me on the web. I am at econsultingpnw.com. You can also find me on Instagram. I am e_consultingpnw, and then also on Facebook, econsultingpnw. If you guys would like to get your hands on this handy dandy Power of the Hashtag guide, it will be up on my freebies part of my website pretty soon. But if you watch this, you liked it, you would like to have more information, and you'd like a free copy of this hashtag guide, just shoot me an email. I would be happy to send you a copy. All right, you guys, have a great day and take care.